I don't think they could be grouped up anymore even if they tried. Ah, you fools. Welcome back to episode 14 of Rimeffect, you beautiful people. At the end of last episode, Daisy was able to kick out one of these, a legendary N7 heavy armor set, which is absolutely beast bit of kit. We do still have a mechanoid ship up in the top corner, which we forgot about, which we are going to go after in a second. And we also have brought in a few more mods, so I'll link this in here so you guys can go have a look. The Bionics mod we've been using is ROS Bionics, not ABS Bionics. I'm not sure where I came up with that name, but ROS Bionics is really good because it can also be used in Combat Extended, so if you get used to it, you can use it in just about every style of playthrough. The next mod is Rimeffect Prothean Architects. So this is what we've been using, is just a reskin. We've brought it in this episode, so you guys are going to be able to see it. Then to make the Prothean Architects more usable, we're going to use more Architect garbage, which means that we are going to be able to start producing our own Prothean Architect technology, I guess. And it's pretty sweet stuff. And then the last mod is compressed raids. This basically just means once the raids hit a certain size, they don't get any bigger, but they just get more powerful. And one of the mods being the Prothean tech, which is brought in through the Rimeffect, but it's an add-on. And then you mix that with the Architect junk, then yeah, we can build Prothean technology, which is going to be super awesome. That stuff is going to be amazing. It's basically Architect kit, but with the mod that we have here, which is like the ABS Bionics, these are already being produced at Architect level, so that's 150. So that means that Prothean tech we're going to be having is at least going to be about 200% part efficiency, which is going to make our guys insanely powerful. We have just brought a small group of guys up to try and take out this mechanoid ship, but Patrick's weapon is still super short range, but not a massive issue. We just got to keep out of the way of the blast radiuses, and we're just going to go and start processing this down, because what we're after is these advanced components. So there is 7 right there. We got some mechanoid components, not a massive amount. 100 plasteel, how many components? 6 of those. And did we get uranium? Yes. Cool. Well, we'll put all of this on the haul urgently. We'll get that back to the base so we can start processing through it, because what we want to do is we want to get that Prothean tech going straight away. With those advanced components that we've just got from that mechanoid ship, we're going to be able to build the N7 armor. Actually, we don't want the N7 armor, we want the N7 heavy armor. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that onto J. There we go. And we are going to produce 4 of them to start. Well, let's make it 5. So that should be almost everyone in them, and then we're going to carry on building them more and more as we go through, but this is just going to be the start of it. And that's going to get all of our guys into the N7 kit, which is going to be awesome because that stuff is amazing. And as that's going through, we're going to be able to start researching the Prothean technology, and then we're going to be able to get the research assistants as well. So we are going to be able to absolutely smash through all of our tech in this episode, and then we're going to bring a couple more mods in the next episode. And so by the time we come to the end of this playthrough, we should have almost all of, well, we will have all of the Rimeffect mods in, and maybe a couple extra Mass Effect mods put in as well. We just had Loot Trader come in and they got a Psychic Inspirator. So let's see what this does. A 1-use artifact, it triggers inspirations and human likes. Won't work if the target already is inspired. Okay, that could be actually mental. Psychic Stasis Lance. 1-use artifact causes the target to be put into stasis, stopping their bleeding. That is really cool. We already know what the eraser is. That's basically just the Architect eraser. And do they have anything else? Psychic Shock Lance, Psychic Insanity Lance. They have just been reskinned. It makes them look a little bit more Prothean. Yeah, no, that is cool. I like this already. What we're going to do is buy up their 2 advanced components and then sell off 62 package survival meals. This will give us enough money so we can call the traders. We are putting in some more storage, just because we've got a whole bunch of this tribal stuff and it's just a bit annoying to get rid of. So we might as well put it into storage so we can sell it off, make something of it. It's going to be easier than trying to smelt it down, which we're already struggling with. Jay has just made a Masterwork N7 heavy armor, which is awesome. So that's Masterwork and Legendary now. So we are doing really, really well on this N7 kit at the moment. I'm not sure who's going to get it, but I guess whoever wants it can have it, because we are just going to be producing a whole bunch of them. And then I think whilst we're at it, we might as well get Daisy. We'll cancel this one, and then Daisy can just start banging out the N7 heavy helmets. They're a fair bit cheaper. They're only 3 advanced components, 75 plasteel, and then 100 ESO. Which, yeah, again, isn't cheap, but the protection they offer is definitely worth it. How many of us are there? There's 9, so let's make 9 helmets. And all we got to do is just keep that plasteel topped up. The ESO we are doing okay on. We've got 5 extractors at the moment, so 1 down here, then 4 up there. So we get 5 ESO a day on average, because it takes 10 days to produce 10. So obviously if we have 5, then yeah, that's that averages out about 5 a day. We could put down another 1 or 2. We do have enough power. The only issue is they're pretty expensive. So for cost, even though it's not going to show me if I do it that way, let's do it the proper way. It is 200 plasteel and 6 advanced components. Actually, that being said, what we do want is we do want this galaxy map. Wow, okay, that thing is actually colossal. But we don't really want it there. Okay, we're going to have to think about rearranging this bit. Maybe if we extend up here, then we can put it in the back. Because that is a fairly big part of this playthrough. Is an interactive holographic map used for navigation and tactical decision making. Trade with passing interstellar vessels and for communication purposes. Can also be used to receive nearby distress calls from settlements, so that is going to open up a whole bunch of jobs for us. Then we also have supercomputers, a series of electronic mechanoid components outfitted to mimic the processing of human computing technology. Those who wish to harness the power of this device only need to designate a topic of interest. No matter how vague or broad the subject, the machine will sync with other electronic information banks via the interplanetary data networks. After syncing, the machine will translate gathered data into users' preferred language and estimated level of understanding. Okay, so that's from the mechanoids. Let's put 2 of those in. That can't hurt. That's just going to be extra research power. There is a solid chance that we might actually be in trouble now. We have a whole bunch of raiders coming in, so they're a bunch of elite mercenaries. We do have the compressed raider mod in, so compressed raider. And what it does is, so I said anything above 80, you just take their stats and then you just share it between everyone else. So it just basically means the PC can still carry on running, we can have good late game raids, but just the raiders end up being tougher instead of the pathing destroying my PC, CPU power and stuff. Anyway, we are outnumbered about 10 to 1 now, which isn't great, and they seem pretty well equipped, and a lot of them have decent armor. There's a whole bunch of shields. Yeah, this is not looking great. And also we have a high psychic drone going off, which is just messing with all of the colonists. So there's a chance of a mental breaks going off whilst this is happening. As far as strategy goes, I think our best bet is to try and get them spread out a bit and then pick them apart in smaller groups, because we cannot fight them head on. That is for sure. That is not going to happen. We don't have a chance of that. What we will do is we will take our heavy mech. Still waiting on a name if anyone wants to drop one in. And then just try to pick them apart like that, because we cannot take that head on, that is for sure. We cannot brute force that. They would just chew through our armor in absolutely no time. So we do have obviously the Black Widow and the Widow, which are going to be able to outrange pretty much everything that they have. And that's going to be the plan. Just try to take a couple of them out. Wait until small groups break off and try to come at us. And then we take them out. In the meantime, what we can do, seeing as Patrick can't actually fight at the moment, we bang down Tactical Cloak into Adrenaline Rush so he can move super quickly. Get in nice and close. We're going to put a combat drone behind them and then incinerate right into the middle of them. And then get out before they decide to go and kill us. And this should mess them up a little bit. I don't think it's going to kill anyone, but it is going to soften them up a bit, which hopefully will be good. And then if anyone shoots in or does anything stupid, we might get a whole bunch of friendly fire going off, which could be good for us. And then it looks like a couple of them are peeling off as per plan. If they come in and fight us, we got an advantage. We do have better range than them, so we should be able to, I don't know, maybe take a couple here and there. And that's just going to be it. It's just going to be slowly trying to pick these apart. Fighting this head on, we cannot do. This is going to be a bit of a slow battle, methinks. So it's been long enough poking at them and trying to get them to move that Patrick's cooldowns have come back offline. So I reckon what we do... Patrick, what did you stop? That's not good. Okay, we go here. We put an incinerate right into the middle of this. And then we go this side. And we drop the combat drone in here. So when they try to shoot it... then they're not going to be able to because they're blocked by their own shield. And that is my big brain strategy at the moment. Just trying to get them spread out. Okay, they are beginning the assault. As far as bubble shields go, it doesn't look like they have too many left. We've already depleted 2 of theirs. This is about to go down in like 3 seconds. As they move on, they'll move on to our guns and we can take a few of them down. They are actually rapid. This might be an issue. Okay, we're going to have to pull back again. We do have the robot set as an overwatch for in case we need to pull back. Bionic dominance went off. That's pretty good. They've got a good one. One guy with actual somewhat decent armour. And that's a whole bunch of shield belts. Barney's probably about to have a mental break in a sec, but then that's just Barney for you. And let's get a bionic annihilation here. Because that seems to be where they want to group up and then move back. A couple guys going this side. Yet again, attacking more hauler bots. That is just all they're interested in at the moment. I swear, it's just taking out our hauler bots, which is super annoying. Got a couple coming in across here, so this is a job for Patrick, since he can't do anything else at the moment. The shotgun is decent when it can get close enough, but it has to get close enough. Like, he literally has to be stood next to them and shoot them. Okay, this is getting a bit messy up here. Kendra, what else have you got? You haven't got anything for me at the moment? Nope. No one else really has anything. Does anyone have Carnage? Daisy, do you have Carnage? Nope. Let's get Patrick to Tactical Cloak again. Move this way. We're going to drop the combat drone right there. Are any of them really bunching up? Yeah, there's a decent group here. Let's drop it on that guy. Then we can get the 2 behind him. How's the robot doing? The robot seems to be doing alright. Not that he's shooting, he's just kind of stood there, doing his own thing. There we go. Shoots now. They dropped another shield, so we can't really do too much along here. Combat drone is buying us some time. And it looks like most of the people left now aren't really in armour. So I think we can probably start being a bit more aggressive and pushing in. Machine destroyed. Oh, combat drone. I thought it was going to be one of the mechs then. No, that's cool. That's fine. I'll tell you what, let's actually anchor ourselves on the side of the base, because then at least we know we've got a retreat path if we can start to get overrun. Patrick, drop me down another incinerate on... To be fair, there's no one really scary. Okay, yeah, that guy's in armour. Okay, that didn't work at all. Move the robot across this way. Whenever you're ready to move, pal. Keep coming in, guys. Let's bunch it up a bit. They don't seem to have too many explosives, but we do have shields, so we can protect the more vulnerable ones in the group. So we'll just trade the shields out every now and again. Bionic Domination is still wrecking havoc in their ranks over there. The fire is spreading, so anyone that is down really isn't getting back up. And we're burning most of the map at the moment. Yeah, wow, I didn't realise how much of the map was actually on fire. Our base is on fire. Him. He done it. Okay, we're going to have to go sort that out. So let's pull... Kendra can't firefight. I kind of want Daisy in the fight. I need Patrick in the fight. Oya and Basti, you're coming this way. Bonnie's on the Sad Wander. That is fine. You guys down here, we need to go and sort these fires out before we lose the base. Kendra can't firefight anyway, and we need her bionic powers on the front line. And they are now retreating. Let's go take down Bads. Yeah, that looks about right. If we can take him down, we want that armour. Not that we want to wear it, just because we might be able to sell it for something and push through. Okay, fine. That's not happening. It doesn't look like we're going to get much loot from this fight, unfortunately. With everything burning and the base on fire, we can't do too much about that. Gnu's about going to mental break, which I think is probably going to be one of his first ones. He's been pretty good so far. He hasn't really had any mental breaks. Barney's on the mental break. That's literally his niche. And it looks like we have lost basically one whole rice harvest as well, which is a shame. As food is not something that we do super well on. Well, we do really well on food. We just turn it into packaged survival meals and we sell it. So that is like one of our main incomes at the moment. So we do need that. Thankfully fire's over here is sorted. I think what we might do is if we can get our hands on some more steel, we'll just make 3 tiles wide around the bottom and the sides of the base. So then the fire can't actually spread onto our walls. And then we're basically going to be fireproof unless some little oxygen thief comes along and tries to catch our walls on fire again, which is a little bit annoying. So we've got the galaxy map, so let's send Jay over and see what this does. But for some reason, it just seems to be acting like a normal... Ah, there we go, view contracts. Oh, we sent Oya over, not a massive issue. Right, 8 available contracts. Costs 15 goodwill. Okay, Ellis Veron Chase. What is this? Prime Minister of the 45th Alliance Fleet has reports spotted a Fenrir nearby. While they did not plan on hunting the beast itself, they are challenging you to hunt it. Should you be successful, they'll be giving you the following award. It will stay there for the foreseeable future but move on in some time. You can use this moment to hunt it for its precious pelt or try to tame it if you dare. A gigantic deadly wolf of unknown origin. The Fenrir is aggressive by nature and extremely dangerous when enraged. Its fur and hide are incredibly resilient to damage and cold, while its razor-sharp teeth can pierce even the best armour. Legend says the Fenrir were bioengineered in ancient times for war and only followed the bravest leaders into battle. I know what one of those is. That's not too interesting. No, not too interesting. Where are the good rewards? Unfortunately, we look through all of these and there isn't too many missions. So that should update at some point, and when that updates, hopefully, we have something a little bit better. This isn't how we want to leave this. I'm not quite liking the look of it. I think maybe actually if we move that to there, we'll move this to here for the moment. And once they move, we drop the TV into this section. That might look a little bit better. Okay, cool. The drones can move them. That's interesting. Well, very useful as well. Move that to there. And maybe turn the TV lengthways. Well, the table. I'll get back to it. We'll go little by little. A praetor of the Fallen Empire recently lost a scouting party to a pack of 29 man-hunting ground runners. He wants you to draw the beast towards you to be killed. To uphold his honour, the ground runners will arrive in 9 hours after you accept. Now we are running low on plastil, so we are going to accept that. We have been playing for about an hour, well, recording for about an hour, and we only just have the Prothean fundamentals researched. So it does unlock some cool stuff. So you have a Prothean bench, which we need Prothean fragments for, and then we also get the Prothean research assistant, which we need more Prothean fragments for, and a persona core. These are things that we haven't really come across yet. We've also got one more N7 armor set. Normal quality. That sucks. That is a massive waste of resources. And also it turns out our guys don't really like wearing the N7 armor for some reason. If you tell them to put it on and then you remove forced wear, they'll just take it off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sell off all the other armor sets and that horrendously bad normal quality one. And then keep an eye out for some Prothean fragments. See how we get a hold of those. Because I've never played with the Architect mod before. Well, the Architect junk, so I will need to see what we can find. Also looking for the Architect fragments. We have just found some hyperweave, which means we can make the synthetic kidneys for Daisy. What we've also done is we're putting the blueprints so that we can extend basically the flooring around the base, so when the fires come in, the base isn't going to burn down. And we're also going to start work on one of the Kodiak shuttles, because we need to get off this map tile and start searching for some other stuff. But in the meantime, the ground runners have now shown up, so we are going to have to go and take these down. These should be fairly easy. There's only what, like 29 of them, and I reckon we could probably just stand still and shoot them till they die. And each one of these is going to drop 50 or chem fuel, which is going to be quite nice. And then any of them that don't have the scurvia, well, that is going to be a whole bunch of meat and levers, which is going to be great for us because we need more money, because we are going to be buying a lot of things. And then we're going to have to go out and hopefully find some pristine ruins, because I imagine there's probably going to be some Promethean fragments right there. And I also forget how slow ground runners are. So this is fine. They're going to be fairly tough, but they're going to be slow. And once they come into line of fire, it's going to be game over for them. But yeah, they are just melting coming in, which is cool. Patrick is soon going to be able to fire his gun. Just the slow, just the shortest range of any weapon. Let's go bang down and incinerate just there. And then let's go this way. And move back, and then we'll just kite them to oblivion. We are going to be fine with this. We do have a bunch of them bionically dominated, so they're all going to fight each other instead of fighting us, which is quite nice. Basti, once again, has been caught out in the open. Kind of his thing. But yeah, despite him being caught out in the open for as long as he was, he's only got 2 conditions, and imagine one of them is probably from us shooting him. No, both from ground runners. Yeah, these things just aren't scary, which is great. That is fine by us. Okay, so we have the mercenaries have just come back in. It's a raid this time. Okay, sweet. Well, a siege. There's only 46 of them. We don't have the high psychic drone coming in. And I reckon we could probably just run up and shoot them in the face. Soon as we dealt with the last one, okay. Not amazing, but okay. We should just be able to go in and deal with this one super quickly. I think what we might also do... Okay, we need the Prothean research assistance, not a problem. In the meantime... Oh, okay, then it carries on down to here as well. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to have loads and loads of Promethean research to do, or Prothean. Let's go deep penetrator and then go for the deep drill so we can get some more like resources coming in. And then I think we'll get a skip as well, just so we can do some bombing if needed. So we'll have like a little hangar bay area, and fighters are pretty prevalent in Mass Effect, so let's bring them in because I think that's going to be kind of cool. Have a bunch of like Kodiaks going in, dropping our troops off with like bombing runs coming over the top, keeping our guys safe as we're trying to like make a landing. To me that sounds pretty awesome. Patrick, whereabouts are you? You're here. Okay, Patrick, you need a tactical cloak into adrenaline rush. And get in and be as annoying as possible. I don't see why he keeps stopping. I think it must be his adrenaline running off. Tactical cloak, they're now assaulting the colony. Let's put our drone in there just to be annoying. And move back. And then you guys, if you could move back up here as well so they can't use the shield for cover. Kendra, what I'm also going to need you to do is put down an annihilation field. Everyone seems to be running this line here. Close, but not quite. Move back, and we'll just kite them apart. Shells have gone off down here, that's fine. What we missing? Finding some steel, some components. All stuff that we can live without. So far, seems to be going right. Keep moving back. But that bionic domination is one of the best powers there is. Simple as that. We might actually get the upgrades for Kendra so she can use more powers and she can use them quicker. It basically means they don't cost as much, so they cost half the amount of what they do now. And her bionic reserve is 300. So yeah, that's going to be a crazy amount of power she's going to be able to get off. And then we can also do it so they regen quicker, and then we could give her the adept suit as well. So then yeah, she's just going to be an absolute bionic powerhouse. And then if we really want to get into some fluff, we can give her the sword and then pretend like she's like a phantom or something. Or call her Jack, depending. Jack was such a good character from Mass Effect. Didn't rate Jack in Mass Effect 3, but in Mass Effect 2, Jack was absolutely awesome. Okay, we're done with them. We're pushing them back. They've got a shield. We can take that. And yeah, this is a pretty one-sided massacre now. Actually, there's a bigger group of them than I thought there was going to be. So into the shield so they can't shoot you as you run away. And they're all close combat. What did they do to the base? That doesn't look like they managed to cause too much damage. Yeah, I swear it's on the retreats is where you get most of your kills. People just don't stand a chance. Alright, no rest for the wicked this time around. Anna's Blades are coming in. They're dropping straight in. Okay, there was 84 of them, and then it got reduced down to 80. Now, Anna's Blades normally like explosives. So, how are we looking on Doomsdays? 1 Doomsday, 4 triples, and do you have a standard rocket launcher? Nope, but they do have 1 grenade launcher. A couple hand grenades. Nothing too scary here. I know there's another Doomsday coming in. Let's do what we do. Patrick, you're up here. Everyone else, get ready. Go here, Patrick. You carry on moving up. And let's get you tactical cloaked, and in you get, mate. We are going to need you to cause as much damage as you can. Shield has gone down, and I don't think they could be grouped up anymore, even if they tried. Ah, you fools. But they will overrun us if they just come at us. Okay, you guys need to spread out, don't stand together. That's really bad for your life expectancy. And Patrick, where did you disappear off to? Okay, yeah, you're just hidden in the middle, causing some issues. Put the adrenaline bust on. Let's go. Toad, what are you doing? Okay, there we go. Cool, now you are doing something. Kendra, how do you feel about getting the most beautiful bionic annihilation off just there? That's some serious damage. Cool. And let's just keep moving back. That's all we can do right now. And this is the only issue later on in the game when you don't have a kill zone, is it just comes back to like kiting and moving. But then in a kill zone, all it is about just making things come into an area single file and shooting them down. Once we get more Omni tools, then we're going to have more people with powers, and we're going to be able to do a lot more. Jay took a bit of a kick in. Oh yes, caught out in the open. Pop smoke, mate, and pull back if you would. Patrick, how are you looking here? You got some more powers up. Let's get another incinerate. And of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? Right there. Cool. Let's get out of here. Okay, and the blades are fleeing. Let's move up. Let's see how many of them we can chase down. And let's get some more chem fuel out of this. Kodiak is just finishing up now. So that was a bit of a boost. It's got 50 ESO for fuel, which I imagine should be enough. So what I think we're going to do is we'll get Jay. So what we'll do is we'll use call for intel, and we'll call the Viking clan. We'll send Jay down to do that and ask them if they know where a Persona Core is. Trade caravan, location of a Persona Core, cost 1,500 silver. Request activated, purple hamster's stash of supplies. Okay, let's jump to location. Okay, not too far away. 11 turrets, 1 mortar, 2 outlanders. We're over here. And we have just been attacked. So I think what we do is we go and we launch the group. Let's put everyone in it. And let's see how quickly we can do a mission. Okay, that is too many people. So let's leave. We'll leave behind Jay. We'll leave behind Daisy. And we'll leave behind Kendra. So that means we are taking 6 with us. And that should be fine. And I really like that addition. That you can remove people independently. On the RTS, you can't do that. If you remove people, you have to unload the whole caravan and then reload it. And that was actually rapid. So we are now here. Let's move in. There isn't too much about. A bunch of turrets, like we saw. A mortar, but we're not too fussed about that. We'll get Patrick to come in close. Just because he's got the shotgun and he can't do anything else. Then we'll incinerate that, move out the way of that exploding. And we're in the middle of the day, so trying to take out the solar panel won't help. We'd have to take out the battery. And we just keep moving in. I don't really think there's too much here that can penetrate our armour at the moment. So let's just be pretty careless. And also when our shields, yeah, we'd regenerate before they could even get through our shields. Keep moving down. The Persona Core should be in there. We'll strip everything else down. And then we'll be on our way. And is there anything of value left on the map? Okay, 2 unfinished prosthesis. A couple rhinos. Nah, not really. Let's just get back to base nice and quick. Alright, that's nice and quick. I appreciated that. That was a fairly rapid little excursion. And next time I think we just pick the Kodiak up and drop it in the middle. Because yet again, it's the same as the RTS mod where they have to manually load it. Whereas on most things, when you caravan out of an area, that's literally it, you just caravan out. Like, you don't have to load anything up. Well, I guess this makes it a little bit more balanced, otherwise you could just drop in and drop out like instantly. I think we give that a crack and see if that's the right spot. So if we zoom in and we watch it land, how high does it land? 1 too high. Cool. Well, we've got the Persona Core, which means that we can start with our little Prothean tech. And we can put this in. So we still need 15 Promethean fragments. and I still do not have a Scooby of where to get them because we have checked just about everywhere for them. But I think that is a good place to wrap up the episode. I'll do a little bit of research, find out where to get the Promethean fragments from, so then we can start moving forward with our Promethean tech. And that's about it, so thank you very much for watching. I've been Konzi, and I look forward to catching you on the next one.